This is you dressing down.
Yes.
I love that. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I'll be honest. Like, I kind of like clothes and stuff, but I've never had the thought in the 5 years of doing this podcast of being excited for what a guest is going to wear. And today is the day.
Well, I said to my daughters, I said, Grace, Ruby, what do you think I should wear going on? Because with my daughters, when I said, you know, I'm going on Shane Todd's podcast, and they just didn't believe me. He says, Daddy, no way. And they were like running about the place. He says, right, you need to tone it down.
Right.
I can't. This is
no.
me. You know,
Yeah, I still remember coming across your videos on, I think it was TikTok, and it wasn't actually the kind of fitness and strength content. It was the Sunday vibes. It was going to church on a Sunday, and I just got hooked. I was like, and it's so weird again. I was like, I need to know what this guy who I've never met before is going to be wearing to church in Ballymena next Sunday. Like, it just...
Well, you see, the thing about it is, nobody has the kahunas to wear the stuff, so it's all second hand.
But I don't... Yeah, that's part of it for me.
Here,
because
I love a pair of flowers.
The Ric Flairs, yeah.
You know, why not?
But you said no one has, you know, maybe the stones to wear. I think people, furthermore, don't have the connections to get this stuff. Because if I wanted to dress like that... Where do you get it?
So there's a wee place in Belfast on Bridge Street that I get a lot of my stuff, secondhand stuff, something vintage. I'm in it every other Saturday. I've forgotten the name. That's an old thing.
Right.
But you go in, and also we were doing a wee bit of connections in the States. And I'm not being big time fancy pants here or anything, but there was
but I mean, by the way, you literally are fancy pants. Like, you're wearing flowers. The fanciest pants I've ever seen in the studio.
Well, I do have a cerise pink pair as well, but I thought, anyway, that's another story. So on Muscle Beach, there's this vintage shop, and I just walked into it, Shane, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is it stunk like it was stinking.
Yeah.
But you know, you get a few dry cleaners later, and it was. You know what? But you get one chance in this life, and I don't do it for effect.
No.
I just feel good in it.
Yeah. And did you, like, how does that go down at church?
I've got a present for you. That's another story.
It better be flowers.
No, it's not flowers. It's just a wee tank top. I like my wee tank tops. Do you want it now?
I want it now, and I'll put it on now. I'll tell you that.
This is one of my wee... This is...
Hold on now.
This is my favourite.
Is this your actual one?
Oh, aye, this is for my Sunday vibe. This is my favourite Sunday vibe that I've done in Ballymena and in a church in LA. You have to be this. I'll be offended if you don't take this now. But
it's so much responsibility. It's like at the end of Karate Kid. You know, like, I feel like I've been waiting for a moment like this.
It's quite tight, but listen, I was checking you out. I'm total. Heterosexual man, married to Gillian for 22 years.
Yes.
I walked up the stairs, and when I saw you the first time, I said, "He's much better. You're better looking in life than you are on screen." So, kudos to you.
I think the only thing that's been missing from my life is this.
Right, here. Can I strap?
Now, do you wear? I mean, silly question. Do you wear this with a t-shirt under it?
No. Come on.
No.
just bare. Here he goes. Here, you're tight.
What do you think?
My goodness, you're tight.
Because here's the thing. That's not a lot of body fat there.
I'm telling you,
and people don't expect this.
That's probably 9% because you've got visible abs. When you can see your abs, you're
genuinely my favourite episode of the podcast we've ever done. What were we saying about the visible abs?
So 10%, maybe 10-11%, you won't see your abs. You've got nice. Look at your lats. I could help you in how you sort of carry yourself, but you know, there's a few wee tricks that you can do. Hey, now that looks well. That looks well. But I've got more gifts.
By the way, I feel like this might be one step at a time kind of thing.
You don't want my next gift.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, okay. So bring this down with me. Right. So thumbnail. I was thinking, so I love my style and I love my shades, right? So I thought these might work for you.
By the way, it's very kind of you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I think it's
to team up with the...
Yes, to team up with the tank. Let me see. Hey, they are smart. Hey, they are. What do you think?
The only thing I can think in this outfit is it would be a terrible time to receive awful news. Like if something terrible happened to someone in my extended family or something, and I had to rush to hospital like this. Sippers, this episode of the Tea With Me podcast is sponsored by none other than That Prize Guy. I'm talking about Ireland's largest prize competition page. I'm talking about giving away absurd amounts of money for absurdly low prices. You know, for example, you know, there might be like a 600 grand giveaway and a ticket's 45p. Foster, give me an example of something that's happening right now.
We've got 90 grand given away for 25p. Are
you joking me?
I'm not.
That's insane. That Prize Guy has made 10 millionaires.
I'm going to say yes.
10 million, around that 10 millionaires. Think about that.
Another one on the way.
And another one on the way. 10 people becoming millionaires. That's £10 million. Right? You can change your life if you win one of these things. Thatprizeguy.co.uk. The link is in the description. I also need to pass you the way of our Patreon, patreon.com/teawithmepodcast. Again, the link's in the description. If you want to watch the Boozy Bake Off, you can only watch it on the Tea With Me Patreon. We have bonus episodes on Monday called The Special Brew. We have live stream on Friday. And not just the Boozy Bake Off, there's about half a dozen other specials on there. You can go back and watch 5 years worth of stuff.
Tea With Me Live at SSE will be out very soon as well.
Tea With Me Live at the SSE Arena will be up there. What a time to be alive. Ad-free episodes. You love that, don't you? You tell me what you love it.
I fucking love it.
Oh, relax. Patreon.com and blink/Tea With Me podcast. Let's get back into this episode.
If I was to improve, not that I'm a fashionista or anything, but would you maybe would you think about growing
Glenn, are you just trying to make more versions of you? Now, here's the thing. I have actually started growing my hair out. That is something I'm doing, and I think subconsciously,
you see,
it might be coming from you.
See, I love to hear that. It's
I honestly, I'm just back from holiday, and I was running when I was on holiday, and I thought these are the kind of glasses I need.
Well, very kindly, I'm not doing any sponsored ads or anything, but a company in the States, I seem to have, and again, it's not about numbers, but I seem to have a bit of a connection with folks in the States.
Do you know why I think that is? I don't know if you'll agree with me, but because you're so extroverted in your style, I think here, I've always noticed that we're very scared almost, like to experiment with fashion or style, or even I was doing a gig last night and was talking about in Northern Ireland you can barely get away with just sunglasses in general. People have a real problem with it. Friends might be like, what are you doing? Like at 25 degrees middle of the day. But we're very like, it's very much you should just dress like everybody, or like a set way of doing things. And when you go outside that, I think it intimidates people a bit.
Well, I would like to think that, you know, when people get to know you, I don't think I'm intimidating to anyone. You know.
No, I mean just that you have the confidence to have your own style.
Yeah, I think maybe age as well, Shane. I probably wouldn't have dressed like this in my 20s. Like I'll be 55 in a few weeks' time, and I don't have as much time as anyone else, so I really want to make the most of it, you know.
And will this always continue?
Okay.
And also you're saying you didn't dress like that when you were younger. When you're in your 70s and 80s, what are you going to be wearing if this is it now?
Well, I'll maybe just, I don't think I will. I think I might actually get worse. I'll just keep going.
And how does it, I always wanted to ask you, how does it go down at church? That fashion and style and those outfits, does everyone love that? Or is there like a traditional element?
Well, I do get a bit of abuse.
That's what I was thinking.
Online, I get called, you know, you're full of pride and all this sort of I am a Christian, right?
Yeah.
I'm not ramming it down people's throat. I believe that, it's kindness and being yourself, and God made us all different, and we've all got different DNA.
Yeah.
And I just want to express myself and live a life that, I was given and purpose. Shane, I'll be honest, I want to do some stuff, I do.
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer.
Yeah,
I'm always saying to my kids, I always say to them, and nobody's gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I've knocked on so many doors over the years. Like I've been grafting for 36 years.
Yeah.
In the gym on my own, and the doors have been slammed in my face. We had a business, we lost the business, all this sort of stuff. Started from scratch, but I am on a mission, to be honest. To try and especially with guys. Like I love. No, I know Aaron's here, and that's great, but not to be a role model, because that's a bit, conceited. Who does he think he is? But I've had a lot of life experiences,
yep.
And I just want to try and tell guys, you can do this.
Yeah.
Not just being positive for the sake of, he's some sort of mindset dude, but you can do it,
Yeah, but and I think that's why the content, how long have you been doing
10 months
online content? See, that's insane to me, because
10 months.
I think I saw it at the very start, but that is why I think it resonated with so many people, because of how positive you are as a person. And there's no, we were talking earlier before this about your content being very organic, and I think that's why people love it, because it's not rehearsed. You're not hard selling something. It's more just like here, you can do this if you want.
I'm the worst salesman in the world.
Yeah.
I do get, when you have that amount of followers, I don't even like saying that think, who does he think he is? It's just that Belfast thing. We are modest, and we're genuine. Like I'm from the Shore Road, North Belfast, through and through. I'll never forget where I'm from, and I love Belfast, I love Ballymena, I love Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And again, I put up something like, I love Northern Ireland. I get abuse, from,
yes.
You know what it's like.
Yeah.
I get a lot of stick online, but I try to answer all the comments, every single one.
Yeah, I think that's when I started seeing your stuff, was you talking about the abuse you'd been receiving online.
Aye.
And did that almost shock you that happens? Because if you aren't used to posting, did you expect criticism like that? And did it, I think, we're talking about age and how as you get older you experiment more with style, and you go more like, this is who I am. I've definitely found that, and especially since having kids,
yes,
I'm way more comfortable as like myself.
That's who you
and
are.
To just make decisions and say, no, I'm going to do this because I like the idea of it, or I think this, even like dressing stuff, like you say, like this looks good or whatever, and way more like trying to impress people less than just trying to be me. But the online criticism, we've talked about in the podcast before, but when I started doing online content, I was maybe 19, 20, and it was wild. Yeah. Because there wasn't that much of it, but it felt so personal. And because I was a kid, kind of, it could have affected you, or a comment would really sit with you for a weekend.
Did you take it on board? Did it affect you?
Yeah, and I almost felt like I was shaping what I was doing as a result of it, and you should never obviously do that.
Yeah.
But it's probably better in a way that you are seeing that criticism, but you know who you are as a person. Yeah. So it's easier to deal with.
Well, I have a wee bit of a strategy. When someone is really vile, and I try to flip it around, Shane, and just flip a wee bit of kindness.
Yes,
or a wee bit of love.
It throws people off, usually.
And they don't come back.
Yeah.
They don't come. I know. I get it. It's the first thing is, it's normally the Irish Liver King. You're on steroids. You wear a wig. Your biceps are fake. You've got abs. I know every single one of them in my head. Your abs are implants. Yeah. I have a wind machine and a green screen behind, because it's always a lovely day in Ballymena. Now,
that is one thing. If I was a conspiracy theorist, I would say it does always look 27 degrees all year round.
I was given, was it Barra? Who's that boy? Barra Beth.
Barry Best, yeah.
I was giving him.
Is he giving you stick online?
No, I was going.
I thought you meant he's one of the trouble implants.
No, I was going to give him a run for his money. But see, people in the States, they think like, I love Ballymena, but they think it's this, this haven.
Yeah,
it's like the Garden of Eden.
You're bringing like huge tourism to Ballymena, and then they're at you.
Exactly.
We didn't expect this.
Exactly, and you get some crazies that you probably know.
Yeah.
Boy on the other day says like a private message. Got a lot of private message looking for my socks. He wants to sniff my socks for 500 quid.
I'll be honest, at the start of that I was like, oh my god, get rid of this guy. 500. Now are we talking a sock or a pair?
No, I don't know.
Because if we're saying $1,000 for a pair of socks, because what does that have to do with you? Like, you just send them off.
There's other things as well, like that may be a bit risky, but we're in a group chat with the Mighty Sky Blues. I've got another present for you as well.
Good.
And the boys were saying, right Glenn, do it, and we'll split it for the end of season kitty and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so it's crazy.
I'd sell a pair of socks for £500 as long as I don't have to see the guy sniff it.
I know, but it just opens up a can of worms though, and like there's other.
It's a lucrative can of worms.
Money's not everything.
You're
want
right,
some
but
boy smelling your socks.
But a pair of multi-pack sliders,
But I love my they're my favourite ones.
So you have nice socks.
My wee USA socks.
Yeah. By the way, you know what you're doing because you just advertised that to the camera.
Here, you haven't seen anything yet.
I want to. So let's like go back. So I know you played football across the water when you were a kid. You played for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Many years ago.
Because that's something. Because I know you worked with Lauren. Now you're working with Ballymena, but I didn't know you played as well.
Okay, that's when you're talking to the lads, it's ancient history. They're back in the day, Shane, it was totally different.
Yeah.
I went over to London at 16 and I was an apprentice professional, so we're on a contract and we're cleaning the boots and brushing the stands, and I had 3 professional people that are players that I had to look after as a kid.
Were they any notable names?
Well, maybe before your time.
I don't know, try me.
Kerry Dixon.
Yeah, I know his name.
Well, you're making me feel bad. We played for England.
Right,
big centre forward, big handsome dude, blonde hair, and there was a guy, an Australian, Tony DeRigo. Who
played for Leeds as well, didn't he? Yeah.
Unbelievable player. So I was there to look after their boots and their kit and everything.
And do you think that's, because that obviously doesn't happen anymore?
Oh, no way.
But do you think that surely grounding wise, that's way better?
Oh, it was amazing.
For a kid to learn that and discipline and
3 years on my own in London. And this was before mobile phones.
Yeah.
So I used to have to, it was like a 2-hour journey we used to train in a place called Harrington. Then you would have got the minibus to Stamford Bridge and done all your duties and all this sort of stuff. But it was, you were like, on a Friday, things that you couldn't get away with now. There was the Irish team, the Scotch team, the English team. In training.
Right.
And, other sort of, other things.
Divides. Yeah.
And, it was, I was called, you thick Irish C or this or that, It didn't do me any harm.
Yes.
I probably didn't make it, Shane, because I probably wasn't tough enough. You have to. I read a statistic the other day. Is it 0.0001% of young lads who try to make it to the Premier League actually make it?
Yeah.
And that's a phenomenal statistic, and I have seen it along the way, and you have to be very, very special. I was just fit and fast. That was my game. I used to call me Forrest Gump. Do you know Forrest?
Oh yeah.
I used to kick it. You remember when he's running out of
the
stadium? So I was really, really quick because I came from an athletic background, but I just probably didn't have that steel.
Right.
You have to be so single-minded and just so focused, and being away from home. I always say this. I was just a kid from the Shore Road.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it. I learned a lot, and there was good lifetime, experiences. But
and did players you played with in that team go on to make it at Chelsea?
Yeah, again, I don't know whether you'd know any of these boys. Graham Lasso.
Oh, I remember Graham Lasso.
Played for England. There was a guy called Frank Sinclair.
Yeah.
Big black guy at the back who's centre half. Craig Burley, who played for Scotland and went on to captain Celtic and all this sort of stuff, you know. So there was, and I got to play in all the old grounds. So we played at White Hart Lane and at Highbury and Plough, Wimbledon's ground, obviously Stamford Bridge, the Dale, you know, all those, you know. So there's lasting memories there, you know. Getting a bit emotional now.
And
back a wee bit, flip's sake.
But it's like, would you would be like, from your content, you're like an emotional guy.
Oh, Shane.
I'm not in general, but see, anything to do when it comes to kids, we just finished a series on Netflix called Untamed about Yosemite National Park, and any like father and son scene,
you're gone,
yeah, gone. And that I think that's definitely like an age thing.
Yeah. I think I've always been quite emotional. I nearly said emoji a lot. I'm not afraid to show vulnerability.
Yes.
You know, I think sometimes, and I don't just do that, you know, it can be a strength, but it can be very disarming.
Yeah.
You know, especially in Northern Ireland. So I was in a gym today. I very kindly got free membership because I normally just train in my garage with George. Yeah. And I was doing all this and I'm missing George. But anyway, George is my dog.
Yeah.
And a couple of folks very kindly came over and says, listen, I love what you do. I love your... And you know what? She, like, even thinking about it now, listen... Flip me, that's amazing. Thanks very much. And I'm in the middle of the gym giving this dude a hug, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you know, what's the point? You know, there's a wee thing, like I say I'm a Christian, but I'm not religious, if you know what that means. I have like a relationship, and you know, there's a thing.
So what's the difference? So I'm like, I'm not Christian, but I'm not like, I also wouldn't say I'm atheist. It's just not my world.
Yeah.
Right, But what do you mean about being Christian but not religious?
If it doesn't sound too crazy, I have a relationship with Jesus. I think Jesus was like unbelievable. Like if even if you don't think he was like God's son, he was a cool. I better not tell you that story.
Tell me.
So we were at Larne, and I think it might have been one of your colleagues, and we were coming into the end of the season, and Tiernan, my gaffer at the time, all the boys were in and wanted to try and lift the mood, and we got a comedian in. He's a Cliftonville supporter.
Paddy McDonald.
Yes, and he gave me dog's abuse. So he did. So I was sitting at the back trying to just you know be a bit inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Hello.
With the flares on.
But the boys at Larne and Ballymena, they do accept, you know, who I am. But he was saying, oh, there's. And I'm not being irreverent. It's just what happened. There's Jesus at the back, and it was. I just don't think it was appropriate for that situation. And I says, listen, mate, that's dead on. You know, you work away. But again, just I want to show love. I want to be kind. I want to be generous. So all those attributes, you know, that are in the Bible, you know, and I try to, like, I feel. I'm shocking. Like Gillian and I, we would, you know, I would fight with the kids, and you know, some dude on the way down here in the car, you know, and like you have to check yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? But no, it's just a relationship, and I've been a Christian for 30 odd years, you know, and it's like I live life to the abundance, you know, and I'm getting emotional again, for fuck's sake.
No, that's
you know,
that's all right. I want to ask about, and we'll dip back into that. I kind of, like you're saying about your content, I never have a plan for anything, you know, even the way we're going to talk or whatever. When you started 10 months ago making that online content, what made you start doing online content, and when did you notice it start to kind of blow up a wee bit?
What made me? Well, I've always been a grafter. I've always, so I owned a gym in Newton Abbey on the road to Carrick, and it was called Glenn Wilkinson Lifestyle, and I thought, my goodness, this is a dream come true. Yeah. I was there like 14 hours a day, 6 o'clock, and I did everything. I did every class, and I think COVID came along, and that's no excuse. And you know, there was problems, and then I thought, my goodness, what am I going to do? Then I went after that, Tiernan Lynch and Kenny Bruce. Kenny Bruce owned Lauren at the time.
Yeah.
I just met
and
him.
Purple
Yes,
Bricks, the property company.
Yes, a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing guy. I can remember one day at the Cliff, I got there very early, and he was there, nobody to be seen, and he's fixing chairs, and he's brushing the floor and making sure, and I love that unseen stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think I've done a lot of unseen stuff and learnt my trade.
Yeah.
Especially, back in the day when I was probably one of the first aerobics instructors around, in Belfast, but in the Grove. Do you know the Grove Leisure Centre?
Yeah, but is aerobics, is it out of water?
No, you have aqua aerobics. I did that too.
I didn't know there was land aerobics.
Oh, aye. So
Right.
I had land. I had the best.
Is it called land aerobics?
No, it's just aerobics. It's just aerobics. But I used to love Take That.
Right.
And
I still love. Hey,
but this was the,
name me a better album. Take That Greatest Hits. The first Greatest Hits album. To Take That one.
Right.
Incredible. What's your favourite Take That song?
It's been a long time, and
Never Forget.
That's the one. I forgot it.
Yeah.
But what was it talking about?
By the way.
Oh yes,
you forgot the lyrics.
Never forget. Like, you see, with me, like I'm not smart, see, and I'm not.
Welcome to the club.
I'm not. I didn't do well at school.
No, me neither.
I did well at English language because I really liked my English teacher, Miss Armour. But that's another story. And so I was talking about aerobics.
Yes.
So I used to do this in the Grove Leisure Centre. So I was born on the Shore Road, and the Grove Leisure Centre was just there.
Yeah.
And it was my thing. And I used to do aerobics, and there was like 120. This was before I was married.
Yes.
120 girls, me on the stage doing Take That aerobics.
Sign me up.
It was
For Take That aerobics.
I followed all their moves, all their choreographed moves. That one.
Yeah.
It only takes a minute.
Yeah.
And I was, doing the running man, and it was packed every week.
Oh yeah.
But
it'd be packed now if you did that.
well, you never know. And like, I'm a straight dude. Back in the day, the aerobics guys. I'm not. I have. Can you say that sort of stuff?
You can say you're straight. Yeah.
Yeah, straight guy. Yeah, and a lot of those guys were. That's another thing I get online as well. I said, "Have you seen my wife?
Yeah.
Have you seen Jillian?
Jillian's beautiful.
Jillian's
beautiful.
She's like I fancy her now more than I'm getting emotional again. I fancy her more now.
Yeah.
When I met her, the very first date. See, I do.
She
this.
wasn't in the Take That aerobics classes.
No, she was like. She's a lot younger than me, Shane.
Right.
So be careful.
Okay. Don't tell me to be careful. I'm not the one who needs to be careful.
You need to be careful. So I met her, and I knew on the first date we had I was going to marry her.
Right.
And then people say, "Oh, that's crazy," but I just knew.
Yeah.
So that was down in the Grove Leisure Centre, and that's where I learnt my trade.
Yes.
I learnt my trade under a guy called Kenny Beattie. And
was he a Take That guy?
No, definitely
Right.
not. He was a boxer. He was a Commonwealth gold medal champion.
Right.
Shore Road guy. But I learnt a lot from him and another guy, Cormac McCann. That's where I learnt my trade.
Yeah.
We used to have this thing on a Tuesday and a Thursday morning called Ladies Activity. Right? Why'd you do that?
No, just sounds interesting.
So I had just recently qualified. I was came back from England. I was 19. I looked all right. I wasn't, I'm not bad to,
Yeah.
Anyway, so Tuesdays and Thursdays it's ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
From 10 o'clock to 12, all the ladies from North Belfast used to come in, and they could have used the sauna and the swim and in the gym. So I'm this 19-year-old guy back in the day.
Yep.
Before, like a lot of folks are PTs, but I was just a wee fitness instructor.
Yes.
And there was just this sea of women
Yeah.
in their bathing suits
Yeah.
coming from the pool. And do you ever see those hats with the flowers on them? Do you know that like you have to wear like a swimming hat?
Oh yes, yeah.
And there's like a thing round.
Yes.
And there's like a sea of treadmills, and all I see is these, can you say rotund?
You absolutely can say
like sort of rotund ladies,
yes,
in their bathing suits,
yeah,
in their flip flops, and I was responsible for to stimulate these ladies for 2 hours.
Right. Don't know if you can say stimulate now. You can say rotund, but I don't know if you can say stimulate.
Maybe the wrong use of the word stimulate there, to be honest.
Like a stud in a field.
No, far from. Like, I don't get intimidated too much.
Yeah.
But I was intimidated by those ladies. Yeah. That was
especially like the aerobics kind of ladies. Like sometimes I be in the pool and you see the older ladies doing the water aerobics, and they're into it. Like
the buoyancy is important in the water, but there, do you know, there's a sort of a S&C, depends on the temperature of the water. A lot of people who swim and think it's maybe really good for burning fat and that sort of stuff, but the temperature of the water isn't conducive for that. But that's another story.
What do you mean? You want the water to be cold or you want it to be warm?
Well, if it's a lot, sometimes if it's too warm, you won't burn fat. You see people going. But I suppose fitness is controversial. One study says that's the affirmative, and they'll say it's
the most. Yeah, it's and that. I think the first video I saw of yours, you were saying that you prefer like high rep, like 30 reps in a set.
Love 30 reps.
And you have so many people in that comment like. Wrong.
I know. There's this lad from Belfast, and maybe he was just jumping on, but
by the way, these people are always jumping on.
No.
They're always, guys, just jumping on. They're all jumping on.
I remember that.
They're human pogo sticks.
But so I had a video of me doing my 30 reps. I'm like, I'm not in bad nick.
No,
I'm giving it that. And he had his wee. I don't even know how to do it, but he had the wee box of him.
So he's put himself in your video's playing in the background.
Yes.
And
he is hammering me.
Yes.
And he's saying this is ridiculous, and who's this guy, and all this sort of stuff, and I'm using. There is a rationale that I've sort of developed with that. I believe that you don't need to lift heavy.
Thank God.
But that's just
Music
one
to my
part. Well, he was on, and I didn't say anything, but to be honest, a lot of folks who maybe sort of agree with me, I didn't have to say anything.
Yes, people are going to say it for you.
They came on, and I think he took it down and all that sort of stuff. I felt a bit sorry for him in the end.
It's surely all.
I just can't believe you're sitting in my tank top.
Do you know what? I'm so glad that you've given me it, because I couldn't have bought this for myself. So this feels like the start of something.
That's a wee seal number.
I love it.
Do you like it?
I like it. Good. I don't know what circumstance I would wear it in, but maybe I don't need a circumstance, Glenn.
Just wear it, Shane.
Just Sunday.
Just own it.
Just Sunday. Maybe I need to start getting... Sunday's going to be my day where I just... I couldn't go flares.
Could you not?
I just couldn't do it.
It's the fit of them. I love the fit of them.
Yes.
So, again, not being fancy pants, but there's a wee place, Madcap England, can I say that? Or no, Madcap London, and they send me the flares, to be honest.
Right.
And
the bandanas. And is there anyone at church who's like, is there kind of some older people maybe who are like,
but not
speaking to the committee, maybe be like,
committee.
What's happening here? I don't know what
we don't have a
called,
committee,
but like
really.
The elders.
Well, not in my church. I've been going there a long time, like 18 years. But other people would come on and they quote like stuff from the Bible and pride is a sin and all this sort of stuff.
Yes.
And, listen, you can't please everyone.
And that's the same. We're talking about technique and ways to do things, but like you're testament to the fact that whatever you're doing is working for you. So I can't understand why people are going to come on and be like, this is wrong, if they're not also... And even I think if it is another PT, I think that kind of thing's then like a private conversation.
Yeah.
If he wants to message you, whoever it is, and be like, start a conversation about what he thinks, maybe you could do that.
Well, that's maybe just one element of a decent physique. At 55, I keep saying that anyway. It's a lifestyle, Shane. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
I don't deviate. I don't compromise. I don't have... That's another wee thing. When I'm on doing my stuff, I never like to say, don't do this this doesn't work.
Yes.
Don't do this. This is the be all and end all. I say, listen, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Before you knock it, give it a go. See if you can handle it. But and folks would say, oh, it's a lightweight. But it depends what you consider as light. Like I push quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So there's something that you can maybe think about, the ultimate leg session. So I love working legs.
I get so much abuse from my legs.
Are your legs?
If I wear shorts in any kind of video,
okay,
I get a lot of... I've got the comment, more meat on a butcher's bench 1,000 times.
Seen better legs hanging out of a nest?
Well, no one said that, Glenn, so I don't know why you have, but I get a lot of abuse from my legs. Now, none of my videos are me going, check out these for great legs. I just happen to be wearing shorts in a video, and people are like, skip leg day. And then I don't mean to be rude, but I look at some of these individuals and I go, who on earth
I know.
are you talking to?
So one of the videos that I put up, I like my short.
I like my short.
I'm trying to bring the 80s back. Like, do you remember the old Admiral ones? Do you remember? Do you know Admiral?
I know that brand because he used to do a lot of football tops, but I was never around for the Admiral.
Well, I was around when it wasn't retro.
Right, yeah.
So I like my shorts. I have a decent set of wheels.
Yeah.
So, and they can be a bit tight, and I forget where I was. Was it Larne, or was it? I don't know. And some of the fans were singing, your shorts are too short, your shorts are too short, and there was other expletives.
Right. But then you got to worry about the shorts getting shorter.
I don't worry about that.
You're turning 55, but then things are going to start slipping.
But you've got a good jockstrap on, you're all right.
Well, that's fine then.
It's all about the jockstrap.
Yes. I love a short.
Aye.
But I just, people slide my legs.
So one of my videos that got a lot of traction, you don't know it, it was the middle aisle in Lidl's.
Yes.
That's where I got my shorts, and they are I love the middle aisle. I get lots of stuff in the middle aisle in Lidl's, and there was these green shorts with the wee undershorts underneath.
Yes.
And the amount, especially Americans, where do you get those shorts? That's a terrible accent. Oh, I tell you, we were in America, and every time we went for a Starbucks, my son Ross, we had to take it in turns to order in an American accent.
Sure. It
was the fun, but anyway, that's another story. So back to the little shorts, and all these Americans, hey man, where'd you get those shorts? Yeah. And I said, the middle aisle in Lidl, because I try to respond to every single message.
Yes, which is wild.
But if people are kind enough, Shane, do you not respond to every message?
Not every message. I would love to, but to me, it's just not possible. Obviously, if someone says something very personal, or they're asking you to do something, maybe even if you can't do it, of course, I want to be like, I can't do this, or yes, I can do this. Mm-hmm. But it's just physically, it wouldn't be possible.
What time are you up in the morning?
7, maybe just before.
That's maybe what it is. I'm probably... I get up at 5. From 5 to 6 I would do my messages.
Actually 4, I get up at 4. I get up at 4. Just remembered.
So at the start, but I said I don't have as much time, so I'm as I'm trying to just cram everything in as much as I can.
But yeah, I think that is why everything's blown up online, because it is so natural. You're also the age that you are, so you're not like so many PTs are late teens, early 20s, that kind of thing, whereas you have the life experience, the football background, your faith, all this different stuff, so it's just a totally different to what other people are doing. What was the first video that like took off for you, or you noticed there was a load of numbers on?
It was I normally do a bicep on a Friday, so my training's so simple, my nutrition's so simple, but I just do it consistently. So it was one, it was like a what's better, 30 reps or 8 to 12 reps. So everyone is in that 8 to 12, and it was like and it was just going. So
it's people arguing almost in the comments, and that puts the video up people's feeds.
Exactly. And I'm just saying, listen, I just asked the question.
You just drop the match and then you walk off.
Walk away. But I still answered them all, which is Jillian cracks up and what are you doing? I'm messaging some boy, but no, but this going back to like my USP is probably my age, you know, and being fit, and like I love the pre-season, working with the boys and being around the boys. You know what it's like in that dressing room environment. It's that keeps me young, and the people that are in my life, and Gillian being a lot younger than me, does help. I think got my lips stuck there. I
think like you see so many people who like lose that, you know, as in they're playing football or a sport, and then they're away from a dressing room and they find it so difficult. So to be able to keep doing it but in a different capacity, must be great. Because like I say, the social side of it and stuff, and it's brilliant. And like dressing rooms, like you wouldn't want to write down what people are saying in dressing rooms.
It's unbelievable.
But it's a unique environment, kind of. And I think longevity stuff, like I always say I'm going to stop playing football. Like I'm done. But I've been saying that since I was like 31.
Never stop.
But I think now I can do it, but then I also have other fitness type things I like doing, like running. I'd never been into. And then a couple of years, so when the season stops or whatever, I just get into park runs. And I love 5k is like my thing. And then I started.
What's your time?
Well, that became like a bit of a goal for me then. So in April, I was like, I really want to go under 20 minutes.
I was going to say
that. And I got
that.
1953 or something like that. And that was like a huge... Because I think when you're younger, you know, you set more goals and stuff. And then I hadn't set a goal in a long time. Like career-wise, I never set goals. I just like to work hard and hope that good things will come as a result of that. But then when I wanted to do a sub-20 run, when I did that, it was just an unbelievable feeling. You know, it was
that's a decent time.
A goal, and then doing it.
But you know, you're very lean and you're very. Do you lift weights at all?
I lift, I lift. I've got a gym in the house.
Oh, do you?
And the only thing is, I can't put on size. I struggle with that. I've Crohn's disease.
Okay, yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
But I am just a naturally slim guy.
You're an ectomorph.
And I'm not, I've been called worse. I am.
You have ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. It's just a different type of.
And what am I, a wee ectomorph?
You're an ectomorph.
I don't.
No, it's all right.
I don't like being a wee ectomorph.
No, it's all right. I'm not slagging you or anything. Not
you call me an ectomorph.
But it's good. It's just who you are. I'm a mesomorph. You know,
that's way better. A mesomorph?
Hey.
That's like something out of a Marvel movie. I want to be your wee mate, wee ectomorph.
Can I tell you something about Marvel movies?
Yes.
So one of my guys who's on one of my programs, not trying to get business running, but his name's Taika.
Right.
And he's a director. He directed Marvel, and when we were in
Taika, I'm going to say this wrong. Taika Waititi?
Yeah. No way. We are. I was chatting to him yesterday. I don't know. I was in his house.
You can't say.
When Rita.
Rita?
Yeah, she was upstairs. Gillian was sitting in the kitchen. She's going, "We're in Rita Ora's house."
Yeah.
And he is the nicest, kindest, friendliest guy.
So he's on the check-ins with you, like?
Oh, he's on my my sculpt program, and he's just
How does that come about?
Social media. So
really?
when we were in LA, my kids we were in a place in California called Bethel, and my girls were doing like a college thing there through church. My girls are singers.
Right.
That's me getting emotional now.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's
I've got emotional multiple times on this podcast.
Probably worse that I was probably fighting with them and not being a particularly good daddy, but anyway, right. So we were in just before we came on here, you know, I think, see, if you're real, you have to be real. Like.
Oh, of course.
Anyway, so we were in California, then we went to San Francisco where we got mugged. That's another story.
I saw you talk. That is a ropey place.
It was tricky.
It's all uphill, it's windy, and you're going to get mugged.
And it was freezing. So, but my son Ross, he's 22. This boy just came out from nowhere, and people think I was making this up. I'm not going to make that up. And Ross can handle himself, and he had like a hoodie on. He got the hoodie up, and he had the boy, and he was gonna. So this guy came out of nowhere, and his Ross's wee girlfriend, he came over and he grabbed him. It was a bit scary.
Yeah.
But Ross, he came to the rescue. But anyway, so I was talking about Taika. So I happened to say, "Oh, we're going to LA." He says, "Well, come and see me." So he lives literally 200 metres below the Hollywood sign. And Jolly and I were driving up. That's another thing we do in Belfast. We're driving, gives a call, gives a text, going to the gym. And I met him, and we just headed off. And I'm hoping, I was talking about dreaming, I'm hoping that connection, that, you know, not that I'm going to try and, you know, shoehorn it, but if it works, it works. But
what about you pitch him a movie today, ideally, called Mectomorph and Endomorph, and it's me and you, and I don't know what we're doing,
superheroes,
but we're doing it.
Okay,
just send a picture of what we're wearing right now and say,
I'll send him this.
That's the
afterwards.
pitch.
But the love, you know, to have all that sort of, I didn't really know who he was, to be honest. Like I'm not really into those movies, and
no, me neither.
And he did a lot of those things, but the kindest, humblest guy, you know. And I just want to be around people. Like, see, coming here today, I can't.
I'm buzzing up.
Just being around, you know, the guys, and, you know, stretching yourself and trying to make yourself that wee bit better. You know, I love that. Yeah. But we were training him in his gym, and the Hollywood sign, and Gillian's like, "What on earth are we doing here?" And we were like whispering, "What are we doing?"
Yeah. There's just a magic about it. Like we went to LA 12 years ago, more? No,
9 years ago.
9 years ago, and when you see, maybe it's being from here or whatever, but like when you see that sign stuff, it's magical. Like that's a spiritual kind of thing. I say I'm not Christian, but that's a spiritual kind of thing.
Yeah, and even going to Gold's Gym. Like I was in Gold's Gym.
Yeah,
and a friend that I met, we stayed in a beautiful place right on the beach.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, Gillian and the kids, what on earth? You know, we're so blessed to have this opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the road to Gold's Gym and training, and, you know, and I'm a wee lad from the shore road.
Yeah.
But I'm flipping owning this.
And you're able to make your content there,
and I met loads of people, and it was funny that they have these wee things in LA, all those cars with nobody in them.
Yeah.
But we
self-drive.
And we ordered, there's these wee buggies, like a wee wheelbarrow, that you can go, my IT skills are terrible, but the kids did it, and you can go on and order, I don't know, McDonald's or something, and this wee truck comes to you're walking down Muscle Beach, and you see these wee trucks, you know, like a wee wheelbarrow, and it's going to somebody's house with like DoorDash or with, you know, some supplies in it.
That couldn't work here. I'd be stroked straight away.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you just wait for one you like, that's gone. Like,
but I'd be stroked.
What was like the bikes, the Belfast bikes?
Oh, they didn't last you.
No, all of them just ended up in the lag. People were like, "No, we can't handle this." Like,
I know.
But it, like that's a surreal experience to be working with somebody like that. And
it was just.
It's like the first time when I was started doing like social media, whatever. The first time you would get a follow from somebody really well known. Yeah, you just couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. I know. Like you just sit, being like, "This is nuts."
I've had a few guys. Johnny Sexton, he's on my plan, and Vernon Kay was on it as well.
That's nuts, isn't it?
It's good because they're older guys.
Yeah.
Not that it's just primarily for older guys, but that, you know, they understand that you just can't keep hammering your body the whole time. And there's a lot. Do you do zone 2 stuff? Do you work in zone 2?
I wouldn't be a big technical guy. I just run. Like I just run.
But sometimes zone 2 is when you're working for a longer duration at a lesser intensity. So
do you mean like weights or cardio?
Cardio. I do a lot of cardio.
I'll do, like, if I'm not playing football, I would do like one like interval sprint workout, a 5k, and then maybe a slow 5k. Run like 3 times a week.
Well, that slow K might be your, but that zone 2 probably should last about 40 minutes.
Right.
I do an hour zone 2 every day.
But is that about your heart rate? Because I have a very low heart rate.
Yeah, so you want to be working maybe 65-70% of your heart rate.
Right.
So it helps to. I'm all about, Shane, just trying to bolster my testosterone. Because guys, we are driven by our testosterone. Yeah. And I get accused of being on TRT and Tren, and I don't even know what those things are. Yeah. But I try to maximise my testosterone naturally. Yeah. and I would get tested from time to time, and just to see where you are. So you can have a test between maybe 6 would be low or 26 would be high, and at my age I'm sort of on the wane,
Right.
but I'm not taking that as gospel. I'm doing everything in my power, to bolster my testosterone. And when guys sort of accuse me of being on, you can't be in that sort of condition at my age, but they don't see the work.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your test?
Yeah, I did Randox down the road there. I kind of do it every year, and mine was always like surprisingly higher than I thought it would be.
There you are.
I don't know why, but like I think like I if I see something on TikTok, I just believe it.
Okay.
So I remember reading the testosterone thing, and it's like, if you have like a good hairline, you can't grow a beard. Like, you probably have very low testosterone. And I was like, I just have low testosterone.
But can you not grow a beard?
I can't grow a beard. I genuinely cannot grow a beard.
You need to give it a...
It gets very Asian, Glenn.
Asian?
You know, like a Chinese... like, I know, that? Yeah, you can.
I don't really know what you can't say and what you can't
you can't.
say.
I can say it. It's in my face. But I get very like...
Here, did I not see something you were going to do a tash?
I tried. And you know what? I thought it was brilliant. And then...
I think it looked decent.
I thought it looked good. We talked about it. Yeah.
Yes, I sent you a message.
Yeah.
I like your tash.
But it just... I shouldn't have listened to people.
You have to persevere.
No, the longer it was going on, the worse it was getting. Plus, my hair is quite fair as well. So
I only started growing this one yesterday. Oh, joking.
The hair is...
That's a lot of... I get a lot of questions. Can you please tell me your hair routine? I mean, I don't have a hair routine. I just wake up and it's all like a fuzzy bubbly.
So you did gladiators as well?
Aye, a long time ago.
How class is that?
That was good fun.
Were you contestant or gladiator?
No, I'm 4'8", Shane. Come
right.
on.
How did you do? Was this like, are we talking Wolfman here?
Yeah, that was the original.
Did you
one.
meet the Wolfman?
Oh, aye.
Was the Wolfman a nasty piece of work off screen as well?
He was. He stayed in character the whole time.
Did he actually? Like behind the scenes? Yeah. There's no need for him to do that.
He stayed in
when it's not being filmed.
He stayed in character the whole time.
So he was just a villain in real life?
Was. Yeah. It was lovely. I still have some friends back then. The guy who beat me, a guy called Buster Reeves, went on to be a stuntman in Hollywood, and he was Christian Bale's stuntman in all the Batman movies.
All right.
Buster, I still chitty chat with him.
What gladiator were you up against?
I was up against Hunter.
Yeah.
The big guy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that like that, but I didn't remember him.
Warrior. He was like 6'6" and about 25 stone. I beat him.
But tell me more about the Wolfman. So, like, did you meet the Wolfman during filming?
Oh, aye. Yeah, they're there, you know.
Because he did a boat show I remember in Bangor. My dad took me to like some sort of boat show or something.
And was he there? Guest appearance or something?
But he was like, he won happy.
Oh, he's in character, wasn't he?
He was in character, but like, why did no one get a message to the Wolfman to be like, we only need this during the show?
No, he's in character all the time.
So he wasn't nice to you?
And Ulrika Johnson was nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Fash?
Big Fash.
He was hosting?
Yeah. Contenders ready, all that.
Did you get up the Travelator?
I did, aye.
Oh,
a second.
Nice. Yeah.
Buster, he went ahead of me. So
I would. Do you watch a rebooted version of that?
I tried to go on it. I did ask them, but they said it was too old.
Really?
I was gutted because I'm probably fitter now than I was back in the day. So that's it, like ageism, is it?
Yeah.
Aye.
Just have like we should have like an older guys gladiators.
Well, why older guys?
Huh?
What do you mean
but
older
it's like,
guys?
But it's not like, it's just things like you know, like the Travelator's not as fast.
Oh, come on.
You know,
I'm gonna fall out with you because
you're gonna beat me in gladiators, of course, but like.
But I don't age. You know, I said a second ago, I'm probably as fit now than I was in my 20s or 30s.
I think I'm fitter now than I was then. I couldn't have ran the way I did back then. Because I think you have natural fitness. Like when I was playing football, 16, 17, 18, you just glide through anything.
Yeah.
And then you have to then work for it. But when you have
that baseline
that you've worked for, it's way better.
You have
more
to be
effective.
smart as well. Like there's a huge difference between what I train, like in my own sort of right, grindstone, and strength and conditioning for football.
Yes.
It's totally different. You know, you want to be very specific, and I worked under a great team at Larne. Learned a lot. The backroom staff there was an amazing guy called Mick O'Boyle, and there's Seamus and Tiernan, and you know, for Larne to win the league twice and be the first team ever to qualify for group stages was amazing. And I made some good lasting friends there.
And do you feel like the players a lot of them get really into it to the point? Does that make you proud if you know they're going to go on and have an interest in this? And you know, not just do it because it's their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If they buy into it, you know, we always used to say it's the 1%. You know, it's the 1% in your nutrition, in your strength and conditioning, in your recovery, in your sleep. You know, all those wee 1%.
Yeah.
And I know some of the boys don't like it, but I say primarily I look upon them as athletes first and footballers second.
Yeah.
So if you're maximising your full potential as an athlete, then as a footballer you're gonna excel.
Yeah. What when I was putting the vest on there, you're saying there's better ways I could carry myself.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Give me some tips.
I like a walnut. I have walnuts in strategic places in my body, metaphorically. So I always have like a walnut in my butt cheeks just to.
How big's a walnut?
It depends, maybe a few, but it's activation. So if I'm gonna, we could do a postural assessment right now to see.
We should. Bet you my posture's terrible.
Would you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Will you be able to see it? Okay. Postural assessment. I bet your mine's awful.
Okay.
Right. What do I need to do?
Just I'll instruct you.
Right.
So I'll just check sometimes.
Hold on, let me bring this. Right.
So is it taps off?
Do you mean? Yeah.
See, you see here, you've nice wee separation.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah.
Serratus. I'm not hitting on you or anything.
No.
So if you maybe move over a bit. Okay. So if we get the mechanics correct at the bottom, 9 times out of 10 it's correct at the top. So we'll just put our hands behind our head. Can you stretch up in this position without hitting that? Okay. So all I want you to do is squat. So automatically I'm looking at you, and there isn't symmetry there. So this.
Because my lazy eye?
And this is this is standing or sitting a wee bit up. Okay, so just want to do a squat, ass to the grass.
Like this?
Yeah, with your arms.
Don't want my legs any bigger though?
Well, you see, so that's the path of least resistance. When I ask you to do a squat, you think, this wee dude's asking me to squat, so I'm going to have to alter my positioning to make it easier. Right? So I'll allow you just to point your toes out very slightly. Squat, Shane. Go on. Okay, hold it there. So ideally, your arms would be away from your peripheral vision.
No way.
Can you? Okay.
No.
Up you come. So the hips are good, which enables you to get nice and low.
Yeah.
But because your arms are falling forward like that, there's maybe some issues that you have with your shoulders or your spine or your mid back. So
because here's the thing, I'm 6 foot, but I
You're
walk
not
around like
6
I'm not.
feet.
Honestly, I am. But my posture's so bad, so you can't tell.
I'm 5'6".
Honestly.
Is that?
Right. I mean, I really am. I feel like I slump.
You're tight. You have a very pleasing physique.
Yes,
you do.
Name of the episode: very pleasing physique.
Can I give you my other present now?
Yeah.
Pull that mic in there.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Are you happy enough with this?
Yes. I've just been told I have a very pleasing physique. I've never been more delighted in my life.
Right. So I have another wee. So I said to you before about my passions in life. It's like longevity and being from Northern Ireland and wanting to sort of represent Northern Ireland. But this shirt is very important to me and a lot of the folk. That's a Ballymena thing. This is the new Ballymena.
Beautiful shirt.
but there's great significance behind this. Okay, this is in memory of a young girl called Lydia, and her daddy Paul, such a lovely fella, and there was a tragedy on the way to one of the games.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
And they're the nicest family. I just...
Thank you very much.
It's not just the shirt.
I know you're a hugger.
Thank you. It's not just the shirt. It's the meaning. It's the meaning behind it.
It's a lovely thing for the club.
It is, you know.
To do.
We do at Ballymena. We do things well.
Yeah.
You know, we do. I'm an emotional wreck now.
No,
but
you're
that's,
fine.
That's just the way it is.
It's a lovely shirt. Lovely shirt. And the home shirt's lovely too. Ballymena have killed it this year.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's nice round the arms too.
Right, so when you got decent biceps, I find it a bit difficult when I get those bad boys.
Me too. No, but that's a lovely meaning behind the shirt. I remember that happening, and thank you very much. I did a, you're saying about Ballymena thing, you know, doing things right and stuff. I did a gig for Ballymena.
Right.
Pre-match hospitality thing. Now normally I don't do that because I'm a firm believer that like stand-up should be in a comedy club. It's the best way to enjoy it, and when you do it outside of that, it's not really the right environment. And I'm like, I think people love the idea of it, but I don't know how much they want it.
Yeah.
When it comes to it. David Jeffrey was manager at the time. I went in. I'd say the average age was 100 and they were having a meal, and then they stopped, and then they went, we're going to have some stand-up comedy.
Oh dear.
It was one of the worst I've ever done.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
Do you know what it was? It was just, I kind of approached it wrong. It wasn't that they didn't want comedy, they just wanted, I think, an older style of comedy or something. Right. And at that age, maybe it was 8 years ago or something, I probably didn't have the experience to be able to just read the room and adapt to whatever they needed. I was just doing what I had been doing.
Yeah.
So I get flashbacks to that.
Aye. Well, maybe get you back again.
I'll go back to the showgrounds and avenge it.
We'll set the scene a bit more.
Yeah.
Probably a bit more receptive to you.
Yeah. But I think I'm more experienced. And again, going full circle to talking about being comfortable in your own skin. Back then, I was, not that I wasn't uncomfortable in my own skin. Now I'm way more relaxed, and I would trust myself to be able to bring it round more. Whereas back then I just couldn't.
You were saying, Shane, about you don't really plan sort of ambition and goals and stuff.
No, I used to. I used to be. This is what I want to do this year, and then I realised that the industry I'm in is so unpredictable. Yeah. That you could write out these goals, but chances are, not in a defeatist way, but they're not going to work out like that, just because things change every week. Yeah. So do I want to write out 5 goals that I'm going to not succeed in? Yeah. So I have an idea always of what I want to be doing, but I prefer to just work hard and trust that good things will happen. Yeah. Instead of setting any goals. Yeah. And it still feel like I would consider myself ambitious, but I don't have specific goals in mind. It's more as things crop up, I go, well, that might be good, you know?
I have some specific goals that I and that doesn't mean to say nothing just lands on your lap. Yeah. You know, you're a worker. I've always been a worker, and I try to instill that in my kids. But I would love to try and do something in the States, try and have a couple of connections at the moment, and working on different things, but sort of behind the scenes. But I think in the past as well, you get so excited and this is going to happen, and then when it doesn't, you know, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth.
Absolutely. Anytime you speak to someone, you had a meeting about something, in my head I was like, I would tell people, you know, and then you set yourself up for failure.
You can't hold your own pee then.
Oh, I thought you were saying something about my neck. When you looked at my neck, I was like, I just can't even support it.
I'm a bit like that. I can't hold my own, you know.
Yes.
I want to.
I've got an idea.
What?
I think we should I could see us doing a TV series where we do like a fitness quest thing. For example, in November, I'm thinking about doing the Tenerife half marathon. Okay. But I'd never done anything like that before. So we pick like 4 things, and you know, you're like helping me do it.
You serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I got it when I did that 5k thing. a lovely guy called Robbie Hagan, like, who's a runner, paced me for it.
Right.
And then I was able to do it because he looked at me and was like, send him a Strava times, because I was doing like 20 minutes 3 seconds, 20 minutes 9 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, you just need to pace it.
Yeah. Be
And
organised.
then I did it.
I'd love to do something.
So I'm
like
like,
with you.
I'm now thinking like, what else can I do if
Well,
I'm paced?
I broke
Olympics.
a Guinness World Record. I pushed a wheelbarrow the whole way around Northern Ireland. Why are you laughing at? So it's a legitimate record. Took us a week.
I'm not doubting your record, but like, had anyone tried to do it?
No.
Right.
And haven't tried since.
Did you what year was this?
This was about maybe 9 years ago. So there's my training partner at the time. He was in the wheelbarrow. He was like 100 kilograms, and I'm like 75 kilograms. So I pushed him for a mile, then we swapped. He pushed me for a mile the whole way around Northern Ireland.
If the record hadn't existed before, why did someone need to be in the wheelbarrow? I would have just said, did you ring them and go, I'll push my mate round in a wheelbarrow? You should have just said, I'll push wheelbarrow, and you could have nothing in it.
Well, there was some slightly different sort of nuances in the record, but we pushed for 14 hours a day. We're doing it for charity.
Right.
It was really difficult. It was...
Oh,
like
to push someone in a wheelbarrow round the whole country.
All the 6 counties.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd say that'd be hard.
Can't remember what was that way, but anyway.
And are you in the book?
Yeah. Well, there might have been a discrepancy with.
You had an engine on the
one of the stages. We didn't maybe calculate one of the stages, and it was scrutinised. But everyone
was there a wee guy with you the whole time?
Well, I had a big support network. And
but from the Guinness Book of Records.
It was the guy who was organising it for it. He was a bit ropey, to be honest, and we were a bit raging afterwards. You know, has this been validated?
Yeah.
Said, we're working on it, but we had to get the parades commission and all to walk on the roads. You know, with a wheelbarrow. We had to get the PSNI to allow us to.
Why were people kicking off at that?
No, it's just it's like a march or whatever.
Oh right, yeah. I was going to say, what colour was it? Was there colours on the wheelbarrow or anything?
We actually got the wheelbarrow stolen. We were parked in a place outside Newcastle, and we woke up in the morning like at 5 o'clock, and someone had nicked the wheelbarrow. So we had to get into some DIY shop and get a new wheelbarrow.
Only in Northern Ireland.
Only in Northern Ireland.
God,
it's mad.
Is there any other records you'd like to break?
There's a record, and I love my CrossFit.
Yes.
And there's a record, it's called a toe-to-bar exercise, when you hang from a bar and you touch the bar with your toes, and it's all core and grip, and I'm half decent at it. And I think the record is like 1,000 in the hour. So I'm always challenging myself.
Yeah.
I would like to have a crack at that and see how that goes. I can't take you seriously sitting with those glasses on. Have any other presents for you? Wherever I go, I always have food with me.
Yes, you have food in your pocket quite a bit.
I take like potatoes in my pocket. Or
I'll take a gluten-free pocket bap quite a few places.
Do you do bread?
I do gluten-free bread occasionally.
Is it not still bread?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like one of my little meals in my pocket?
I like it out of your pocket.
It hasn't been in my pocket yet.
No, but I don't want it from
it's
your
warm.
pocket.
Pardon?
I don't want it from your pocket.
No, it hasn't been in my pocket yet.
Okay.
Right.
What is it? You go through some tinfoil, Glenn.
I do. That's another thing I get abused online.
Oh, because of the environment?
Tinfoil police, plastic police, every type of police out there. Microplastics.
We did a gig recently and we did a gig on less than 24 hours notice, me and a friend, last night. My mate called Gareth, and he was like, I'll just fire up a poster here, and used AI for the poster. Just normally we do like big proper design posters.
Yeah.
But it was like a gig on very short notice. See the amount of people. Well, we've wrecked the environment. Me and Colin. We've also got rid of the world's water because they need water to cool down the AI data centers. So every time you do something like this, you use up a lot of water. So you know who to blame for the world.
I just listen, mate. What are China doing? You know, I think the emissions in China alone, you know, what with me putting tinfoil in my bops, you know, how's that going to save them? Right, so...
Well, they're the number 1 and number 2 causes of pollution.
What, tinfoil?
Your tinfoil and China's emissions.
So here, it's probably a bit pungent, but I love Lidl's. Lidl's is my favourite shop.
Right.
I get everything in Lidl's.
Right.
These are Lidl's skinny burgers.
Okay.
Now, you better eat it because I'm starving.
Right, let me see. Oh, but hold on. They're cold?
I put them in the Actifryer this morning at 5 o'clock. There's maybe still a wee bit of warmth on them. Is that not... See, I don't really look upon food as pleasure. And here's another thing for you. I brought you... There's some.
Thank you.
Just a bag of broccoli.
So will you just get straight into that?
Why?
Will you wash it?
No. Why do you think shirts?
See the burger. So here's my quandary about the burger. Would love you to join us for lunch. We go for lunch after all the podcasts. If you have time, would love you to come to Joxer in Hollywood for lunch.
I don't know whether that's going to happen.
I was going to get a burger.
Were you?
So I don't know if I can have a cold burger.
And the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, is there gluten in this?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't know. I wouldn't risk it then. I don't want you dropping your cacks. So there's a certain amount of protein that I try to get every day.
Right.
For my body weight.
Right.
So I'm about like 170 grams of
I'm
carb.
a big broccoli man, by the way.
Good. I'm 170 grams in weight. Sorry, grams. I'm 170 170
lightest
pounds.
man in the world. You should phone Guinness Book of Records back.
Another one that wouldn't be validated. Ant-Man. So I try to eat 170. What, you put me off now.
Sorry.
So I'm 170 pounds, so I try to eat at least 170 grams of protein, and probably in one of those burgers there's maybe 35 or something like that.
Right.
So protein for me helps me to recover, and I don't do a lot of carbs. I do things like figs and dates and like apricots. And
what's the worst fitness thing people are doing at the minute that you look at in despair? Whether it's a trend, a dietary type thing, is there anything you look at and go, just personal opinion, you're going, we shouldn't be doing that?
Well, okay, I don't like quick fixes. I don't like, before and afters a lot of the time, because let's be honest, quick fixes do work for a short time, but it's that continuity, it's that consistency. It's you could starve someone for 12 weeks and slap a lot of tan on them and stand in a nice light, and like a before and after, you're going to look good. But I worry about what happens after week 14, week 15, then do you put that back on in spades? I love CrossFit. That would be my, I think the functionality in CrossFit is great.
Where do you stand on Ozempic and Mounjaro? And again, it's obviously a personal opinion. I'm not asking you for the bottom line on it, but just what do you think of that?
I just worry what happens when you stop. I probably don't know enough about it, but I believe nothing beats hard work. Nothing beats just day in. I know it's boring. But boring works. Day in, day out, day in. Week after week, month after month. I'm just being organised. Like I'm always organised. So I've got my stuff with me. I've got my water. I've got my broccoli. I'll always be organised. That's another thing again. I love Fage.
Pardon? What is that?
Fage. You don't look at me like that.
But what is Fage?
Fage is, well, I eat Fage.
What is it?
It's yogurt. It's natural yogurt, but I can't. You're supposed to like in the comments. That's not how you pronounce it. It's Faye. Faye. It's Swedish or something, but I call it Fage. I think that was funny. Do you not know what a Fage is?
At the start, I did not know where it was going. I didn't know what it was.
FAG with one of those.
Oh, with the wee Scandinavian dots.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think you can get it. It's really expensive.
Right.
It's about £5.
See, there's I can't have dairy either. No dairy, no gluten.
Right. Okay.
It's a nightmare.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
But you should. I don't know whether you might get a dairy-free Fage.
See, as a final thing.
He's laughing.
As a
He's laughing.
As a final thing, right? First of all, can you not come for lunch with us? Because are you very particular on what you eat? And on the menu, there won't be.
No, I would love to come to lunch with you. I would love that.
I'm going to tell you what I have for breakfast every day, and have had for the last 10 years, and I want you to assess it for me.
Okay, 10 years.
Yeah. Porridge. It says 4 spoonfuls heaped, 6 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, into a pot. No microwaves here. Pot.
Pot's good.
Unsweetened almond milk.
Quality.
Mix that up. Get it on a 7 out of 10 heat.
Mm-hmm.
Just start stirring that gently.
Mm-hmm.
Get the blueberries in.
Oh, good.
Mix it.
Oh.
On the side, big banana.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it up. Here's my technique. Cut it in small slices and then in 3 lengthways. That goes into the bowl in preparation to meet the porridge.
So the banana goes in at the bottom.
Banana's in the bottom there.
So it sort of melts and becomes.
Yes, as it goes on, the consistency changes.
It's good.
So get it cooked. The porridge, the almond milk, and the blueberries go on top of the banana.
Mm-hmm.
Big thing of almond butter.
Oh,
Boom.
nice.
All mixed in.
Lovely.
Every day in my life.
That's cool.
What do you think of that for a breakfast?
It's obviously working for you. You know, you're tight, you're ripped. I don't do oats.
Right.
Or pasta or rice, but that's.
I'm a big rice guy. Love my whole grain rice.
Aye, but you're maybe going. I encourage the boys and the players to eat those types of carbs, but I go with more so like the likes of dates.
Yes.
And figs and pineapple. I would eat a lot more fat. I probably eat about 120 grams of fat. You know, avocados and egg yolks.
I
And
love all them, you see. But I don't eat enough of it all, probably. I bought dates for the first time about a month ago.
They're brilliant.
I like them.
They're
Because
really
it's like toffee.
And they're gorgeous. But I used to eat a lot of oats and things like that, but I just try to sort of maximise my carbs and minimise them in different times. It's just wee techniques. But for you, Shane, that's fantastic.
But I need to bulk up a wee bit.
Do you know what protein you how much you take in a day?
Don't know.
See, that's important.
I'm a free spirit.
But if you want to go on a sort of a journey, you need to sort of know where you are at the start, so that you can you can.
I love all numbers. Like fish, chicken, turkey, all that stuff. I love it.
You probably are hitting. We're probably similar weight actually.
74.
I'm 74 kilos, but you're 6 feet, and people ask me online. I don't mind asking or sort of replying to messages, but when they just say height ? that annoys me a wee bit. It's rude.
That's not conversation.
No, height ? And so I think most of my followers think I'm 4'8".
See the way everyone's like, oh, you got to be on steroids.
Aye.
Here's the difference between me and you. See, if I was you, I'd be like, well, I think I'm on it anyway. Boom.
No.
I get them in. I'd be going for it.
You
think I'm doing it anyway.
And I don't make any judgment, or I don't judge anyone if they want to go down that route. I just haven't went down that route.
Yeah.
And like I normally say, listen, mate, I'm not going to have this bounce if I'm on gear. And I get asked about my I don't know why I can.
You can say it.
Nipples.
Your nipples?
Aye.
Do you have big nipples?
I didn't think I did. But
people think you do. I have tiny nipples.
People think that. What do you do?
Do people think you've had work done?
What do you do for your nipples? I said, mate.
You do nipple workout?
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought my nipple.
I saw you had them tied to the back of your car outside. My dad had steroids once.
Did he?
Yeah. He did. Him and his mate.
Serious?
Yeah, just once. Like,
I think it's.
I'll have to say, if let me keep this in.
You have to do it more than once for it.
Oh no,
I think
that. Yeah, but I think he didn't like the process of doing it.
Aye, sticking in it, and aye.
No, I don't think that's how he took it.
Oh, say right. Okay. I get your drift.
I'll have to ask him if he'll be alright. It'll be all right. You're gonna come for lunch with us. We'll obviously put it in the description, but look, it's giant anyway. People will have seen it, will know it. grindstonefoundation.com.
That's my website, but my Grindstone Foundation is just my Instagram.
Right.
You get a bit more abuse on TikTok than you do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's young or something.
I think it's younger people,
Aye.
and it's people flicking through more instead of going directly for your thing because they like it.
I'm thinking about trying to do a bit of a subscription, and I check. I think I do get asked a lot for that other thing, you know.
OnlyFans?
Yeah. So I get asked what's your OF, and it took me a while. Jolly, what is this OF? Keep coming up, but I think they're trying to come on the mainstream.
Right.
But I don't know whether that sort of platform would sort of work. What's your thoughts?
I think it was massive, and then I haven't heard about it in what feels like a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't think if you don't want to sell your socks, I don't think you need OnlyFans.
Okay. I'll stay away from that.
But thank you so much for coming down. It was great to meet you because obviously I'm seeing your stuff, but it was like I want to meet this guy.
But hopefully I'm the same on that wee screen than I am here.
100%. And I knew that would be the case. And thank you for all the stuff that you brought as well.
Well, my kids just think this is the best. I've got so much kudos with my kids now. So thanks for your kindness and your time. And can I say something?
Yeah.
I'll see you on the next one.
Yes. Glenn, thank you so much.
Thank you.